Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Darius Davis to return it. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Chubb. Along the sideline, past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 36. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, Williams. Taking a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The back grabs it, and he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Chubb can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Working quickly here. Chubb trying to run his way in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This taken from the 12. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hawk 70.
2nd and 8. Escapes the pocket. The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Third and short, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Go.
All right, here we go. Second down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Williams on the play action. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a Chicago first down. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Williams from the gun. Floats that one, but they couldn't connect. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Running back sent in motion. Here he is on third and long. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running right with Chubb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Escapes the pocket. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Carney's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Cap on Deebo Samuel. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Daniels on first down. Touchdown, Washington! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Devin Duvernay to return it. Not a good return. They bring him down just beyond the 10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Chubb on the give, headed left. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on 3rd and short. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. Toward Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. That play's going to stand as we saw it. The penalty declined, and it's 2nd down coming up. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready, go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Cougar 19. Ready, hut. Check out.
Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go, here we go.
They send Samuel right.
Hut, hut.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Again, Daniels to the air. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down throw by Williams. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready up.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18, 70 Timberwolf.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Able to find Ertz. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jervon Dexter escorted him to the ground. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
70 Lions. Come on. 34-yard line.
Hand off to the back. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Hawk 70. Ready. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and the Commanders will have a first.
Let's go. Check out.
Throwing now, Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Come back team. Come back team. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking slant route, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
60 Eagles. Here we go, set.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Back-to-back carries here. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Get up. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Get up.
Shotgun now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. At the 20. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, wasn't going to be denied.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
On 1st down, they'll run. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Off the play fake, Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On third down, they'll go with Chubb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Williams to throw on first. A lot of mess on the move here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. They try Chubb again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Samuel comes in motion left. Him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. They put a receiver in motion right. From the gun, it's Daniels. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And the Bears get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Chubb here on 1st down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Offense in the hurry up here. Williams on the play action. Buying some time right. He brings it in. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Forced out to his right. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
They'll run here from the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They run it from the gun with Chubb. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Williams from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And he just did.
And they'll make the stop after a short gain to the 48. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Oh, and they fake it. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. Rig alert. Go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders, 16 points back. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Take go.
2nd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw now didn't work out the way his earlier targets had.
It kind of felt like, you could see that from the booth, this defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball. A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived.
Daniels on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that 2-point try. Could have made it a 1-score game, but instead, still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. They've got to keep moving quick here. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So the Bears take this one on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as with that, we sign off from D.C.